All right, Illinois, FAU. So Illinois comes out, can't make a layup. They struggle offensively. Golden gets a second foul, goes to the bench. The lane opens up. Illinois starts to do work in the paint, but even then, they do miss some layups. Illinois 60% from the floor. It should be 80% from the floor if they make their layups. And Brad Underwood talked about that for a little bit. Illinois not rebounding the ball tonight. That's a shame because when they rebound like they did against Rutgers, that really makes things a lot better. 3-point shooting, 28%, 2 for 7. I guess you can forget about the 3-point shot tonight. Free throws, 3 for 3. You want to get to the free throw line more to make up for the lack of 3-point shots being made. And 4 assists compared to their 10. 9 turnovers, there's 7. So 9 turnovers, 4 assists for Illinois. When FAU passes the ball to each other, they're looking to score a bucket. When Illinois passes, they're looking just to do nothing with the ball. Illinois offense is just pretty much one-on-one dribbling and just going to the rim. No ball movement, no one interested in doing anything special. Just a lot of one-on-one basketball. It's hard to win a game when it's all one-on-one offense. It really is. And Golden goes to the bench, and what happens? Carroll comes in and gets 8 points. I mean, that's called depth. That is what you want. Can Illinois do that? Apparently not. So, coming off the bench, you have this guy, Rosario, with 5 points, Carroll with 8. Nice production by them. And then Illinois, you got Ty Rogers, who is absolutely offensively worthless. There's no doubt about it. Ty Rogers is not going to be a good player. I've seen enough of him to know that he will never, ever be a good player for Illinois or for anyone. He just doesn't have that ability. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to upgrade that position next year. I promise you, Brad Underwood. What happened last year when they weren't able to secure the point guard he wanted? I guarantee you, next year he will take money from his own bank account and secure a point guard who actually can score. So Ty Rogers is offensively worthless, and I think he's not going to be good. That's my judgment on him, and I stand by it. Quincy is giving us nothing offensively tonight, and that's a shame. Hawkins, 4 points. He's a senior. We have to have more from him. He needs to be the one getting into the paint, but that's not happening, sadly. Marcus, little 8 points, 2 rebounds. So he's just dribbling, backing his guy down the paint, which he should do, and scoring. And then Shannon Jr. trying to win this game with Marcus. Marcus and Shannon are the only 2 players that want to win this game based on what I've seen. But also, we must include Harmon. Harmon coming off the bench and giving us 7 points. That was a nice surprise. Dane needs to stop dribbling the ball. He's got 4. Hansberry came in, 2 points, 2 rebounds. And then Luke Goody. It'd be nice if he could do something coming off the bench. He has 3. So, Ty Rogers is worthless. Quincy is worthless. Coleman is almost completely worthless. In my opinion, if Harmon is feeling it tonight, put him in the game. Let him start over Ty Rogers. Dane should start over Coleman Hawkins, but just tell Dane don't dribble the ball. Luke Goody, we need something from you. We need something from you because Coleman and Quincy and Ty Rogers are doing absolutely nothing. What a shame. You're playing a big game and these players can't provide anything. And when you really look at it, it's hard to win a game when you have starters scoring no points in a half. Think about that. A starter getting 0 points. And then another one gets 2. And then another one gets 4. So you just don't want that. And Golden, when he gets back in the game, you got to go after him. He will foul you. Go after him. Let him foul you. Get him out of the game. But then, when Carroll comes into the game, he wants to shoot the three. You have to get out there on him. You have to. But the problem is, he's a good passer. So you're going to have your hands full either way. Carroll's came out to play tonight. So it's going to be a tough matchup. And in my opinion, this game will be won and lost depending on what Golden and Carroll do in the second half. Because right now they look unstoppable. Something's got to happen with those two. And Davis with 13 points, you might want to slow him down. You might want to play a little bit of defense on him, maybe. That might be a good option. I'm sure Brad Underwood is going through all this with the team, the rebounding, the turnovers, the missing of layups, going after Golden, slowing down Davis, and getting out to Carroll, don't let him shoot wide open threes. I'm sure Brad Underwood is going through all this. And I'm sure he's challenging Ty Rodgers to do something offensively. Make a layup for once. And I'm sure he's challenging Quincy to, if you're not going to score, where's the rebounding? Usually Quincy, he may not score, but he'll rebound. He ain't doing nothing tonight. And Coleman Hawkins, you're a senior. He looks lost, timid. He did have the steal and a layup, so that was good for him. I was hoping that was going to spark his game, but it didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, Coleman Hawkins is just never going to be who we hope he should be, what some think he is. It just is what it is. Coleman Hawkins is never going to be anybody worth anything on the court. So tonight, Marcus and Shannon and Harmon and Dane, they got to get in there and make it happen. And if Luke Goody can add to it, that would be wonderful. But it's tough. You're 2 for 7 from 3. They're 5 for 10. That's tough. They're 7 and 8 from the free throw line. You're 3 and 3. That's tough. And then they're out rebounding you. And then they have 10 assists. You have 4. And then you got 9 turnovers. They have 7. Brad Underwood is looking at this, and I'm telling you, Brad Underwood is going crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost impossible to win a game when the other team makes more threes than you, shoots a better percentage from 3 than you, makes more free throws than you, out-rebounds you, greatly out-assists you, while you have more turnovers than assists. It is incredibly hard to win a game in that situation. I would say dang near impossible. So Illinois has their work cut out for them in the second half. And I'm telling you guys, Golden and Carroll and Davis, those are the guys that will win the game for FAU. If Davis is just so unstoppable, then it is what it is. But Golden, you have to go into his chest. You have to go at him. You have to. And then Carroll, you cannot let him shoot wide open threes. You can't do it, period. So, all right, that's the first half. Let's see what happens in the second half.